Who drank my goddamn apple juice? Who drank my goddamn
coffee?
Hey, you're now listening to Coffee and Apple Juice, a podcast.
I usually listen to it when I'm on my way to work.
Real, raw, and uncut conversations with Aisha Hadiya.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Apple Juice. Y'all already know who I am. Y'all already know who this is, and we are the dynamic duo. Y'all know he my favorite guest, my favorite person in the podcasting world. Like, eventually the universe is gonna bring us together in person, because I ain't never met this man in person, y'all. But we got a bond like this. If he don't answer that phone at 9 o'clock, I'm catching a motherfucking flight to Georgia to figure out what the fuck is going on. But what's up, Reggie? How you been?
I'm good. I've been well, enjoying retired life.
I was just about to ask you, how does it feel to be retired at the age of 29? Because ain't no way people finna believe you 40.
It feels good. I'm getting bored though. I'm really thinking about finding a little job somewhere to just do something to kill time.
Okay.
You do not know how boring it gets, like being at home and everybody else doing something, everybody else working. You gotta wait till 4 or 5 o'clock for them to get off to, but I gotta find little stuff in and around the house to do. So, I mean, that gets old after a while though.
How was Dubai?
I loved it.
Because I don't even think we discussed the Dubai trip. How was it?
We didn't. I loved it. Every part of it. Only thing I didn't like is it rains. You can count on your hand how many times it rained there. And it decided to rain 2 days when I was there.
Oh my.
And
you enjoyed yourself, I'm sure.
I did. Yeah, I did. I can't complain. Okay.
All right. Well, you haven't been on the mic with me in a while. I just haven't. It's like I lost a spark. I've had so much transpire in the last 3 months. And I feel like that has just been, because that's been so overwhelming in my mind, that it has taken away from me to really be creative when it comes to my podcast. So it's like, I do apologize to my listeners, to my followers. I'm gonna get back on track. If y'all don't know, I think I told y'all, but I lost my favorite cousin back in December. She actually passed on my son's birthday. So like, I'm still trying to really come to grasp that when I call her phone, nobody is gonna answer. When I pull up at her house, nobody's gonna answer. Like, she not coming to no more family outings, family get-togethers. Like, she not gonna show up. And that is, we haven't had a death in our family in over 20 years, and then for us to lose her because it was just so unexpected. Like, it was so unexpected. So just processing that, because mind you, I don't deal with death on a regular basis. We haven't lost nobody in our family in over 20 years. So that's just been something for me to kind of, I'm trying my hardest to get over it, but it's like every time I think about her, I just go back to that place. So I don't know. I'm working my way through it. But yeah, I feel like my creative juices have really just been put on pause, just because, I ain't never really dealt with death before. So having to deal with that, then to be my favorite cousin, like my sister, like, what? So whatever the case may be, that's what I've been dealing with. But other than that, nothing new with me really. Same hustle and bustle as far as the job, the kids, everybody good. But so yeah, that's about it as far as what's been going on with me. I'm still maneuvering through my mental health journey. I'm still not being physical with nobody's son. I want to so bad, I'm not gonna lie, but I really am I really am staying focused. Now I do have a little that I've been like, just texting, talking back and forth on the phone, little visits here and there, but we haven't really taken it to that point. But he's really just somebody just to kind of, remind me that I'm pretty, if that makes sense. But whatever the case may be, y'all already know how we finna get into it. We definitely have a topic for you guys. So I found this post on social media. I'm not gonna read this word for word because it is really long, but in a nutshell, singer Kiara Sheard. Am I how you say her name?
I have no idea, but
We
I
gonna
mean,
Kiara
it
Sheard.
look right. That look right.
Okay. Is she one of the Clark sisters?
I don't know who she is. I'm clueless on. It
She made
says
her acting
it says she
debut
is
in
one of.
Lifetime's The Clark sisters. Okay, so she was one of the Clark sisters in their Lifetime original movie.
Okay.
So whatever the case may be, she played a gospel singer in a movie on Lifetime.
Yeah.
This article popped up on my timeline because basically, in a nutshell, she was saying how when she have female friends and family come visit, she get them a hotel room rather than letting them stay in her home. Because, and I quote, let me go to the exact line. She says, I don't care how good you trust them. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. She says when her girlfriends
Right.
come to visit, she make them stay at a hotel so that her husband isn't tempted to have sex with them. My mama has always told me, don't have too many people around your house. I don't care how good you trust them or whatever it is. I'm very mindful and careful. I will buy a friend a hotel room before I let them stay at my house. Now, she's been married to her husband for, it looks like a year. It looked like she's been married for a year now. She got married back in December of 2020. And then she also says, am I supposed to let them into my home? Because we as believers, we believe that what we have are supposed to be shared with others, but I'm not sharing my man. Since I'm not sharing my man, I have to be cautious with everything else that I share as well with him. So in a nutshell, that's what we're gonna be talking about today. Now, at first glance,
Hold on.
did I need to read something else?
Yep. I think
Okay.
there's a such thing as boundaries.
Okay, she says, I think it's a such thing as boundaries. Some friends don't know the balance and can't understand the balance. And then it says she's 34, made her acting debut in the Clark Sisters, First Ladies of Gospel, back in 2020, in which she played her iconic gospel singer mother. Also, one of the Clark sisters is her mother. And it says now she's set to appear in Lifetime's Line Sister. Okay. So she goes on to say that, you know, she think there's a such thing as boundaries, and a lot of friends don't know the balance and can't understand the balance. So let's get into it, right? So when I first sent this to you and you read it, what were your initial thoughts?
I really had to read through it because I have been seeing like a lot of people have been posting it, but I didn't like get into it because when I start to read things and it goes directly into blaming the man, I tend to tune it out. But I read it in depth, and I just think my first impression, the thoughts on it of reading it in depth, I think she has a lot of work to do within, but I also think there may be some things that was from what her mother told her about what is it? Don't have too many
like
people.
The mama done had something go on within her relationship. Yeah.
Right. Because it would lead you to think, okay, has there been any kind of deception in her relationship with this man? If not, then why are you, forcing these standards or uphold or whatever else that, your family told you? Just because someone else, your mother or aunt or sister, whoever got cheated on by, a friend or, that don't mean necessarily that your man is going to do the same thing and your friends is going, come at your husband like that. So that was one of my first thoughts. Like, what has happened with them to make her feel this way? Or did it come from, is it something that like generational curse? Well, not curse, but maybe a trauma.
Yeah. So when I first read this, I was thinking, well, damn, what kind of man is you with that you can't trust him around your friends? Because she said she didn't want him to be tempted to have sex with them. And then I'm thinking, well, what kind of insecurities do you have that you don't trust your friends around your man? You know,
And what kind of friends do you have?
and what type of friends do you have to where you feel like you can't trust them around your man? Yeah, so it depends on how you looking at it. It depends on who looking at it. Me, I feel like the angle that I'm going off with is what I understand that she's making these moves because of something that was instilled in her from her mom.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like she's somewhat, I want to say I feel like she believes that something can transpire too, but at the same time, I only think she believes that because her mom has instilled that in her.
Right.
I don't want to put it off on the man that the man cannot be trustworthy around her friends. And excuse me, I'm sorry, y'all. And I also don't want to put it off on the friends. And then with her being a Christian woman, that like even adds fuel to the fire. Like, what kind of marriage do you have where you don't trust your husband? You know, like, I don't know.
So you know what's interesting? I'm leaning towards so us reading this clearly says she don't trust her husband.
Right.
But something telling me that she trusts him. That's what, if you was to ask her, she'll say, I trust him.
Is there a but?
No, that's it. The steps that she's taken says I don't trust you. But you know, why are you with a man that you feel like you can't trust?
Or why are you with a man that you feel like you can't leave around your friends for a certain period of time?
So I think maybe she does this just because maybe she has that Murphy's Law mentality. What can happen will happen. I don't even want to have this as an option on the table, because if it is there, then it might happen.
Okay. So the part that I think I do agree with is the boundaries and how some friends don't know how to balance the boundaries. So let me ask you this, right? Is it okay for your girlfriend or your spouse or whoever you're dating to have your friends' numbers in their phone?
It depends on which friends. Like Dre, no problem.
Is it because you trust her or because you trust Dre? Because I'm getting because you trust Dre.
Well, I would trust both of them until I have a reason not to trust them. So I mean, if I'm with this woman and we are, close enough that she has friends' phone numbers, then yeah, I trust. If I'm with a woman in general, I trust her. If so
what would be the reason that she would have his number in the first place? In my head, I'm thinking emergency purposes only. If something happened to me, call Dre, or something happened and I'm not there, call Dre. Like, that's what I'm thinking.
That, or maybe she's trying to set up something. She's trying to a surprise party, a trip. I mean, that could be on the other reason.
I can understand that.
I
don't know how I would feel about my friends having my boyfriend number. Well, no, I take that back. It depends on the friend. Because I got some friends that will slide in the DMs behind you. And I got some friends that I know I can trust with my life. And they'll never, So it really just depends on the friend. But at the same time, it depends on what man I'm with. Because you can be with a man and still know that he can be a little sneaky, a little conniving.
Yeah.
You got some women out here who they know they man. So I think it depends on my man, and then it would depend on my friends. But I do feel like there are boundaries that need to be met when it comes to me being in a relationship and my friends and the part that they play within my relationship with whoever I'm with. But yeah, other than that, I think that's a bit extreme. I mean, if I don't have the room to house y'all, that's one thing. But if I'm sending y'all to a hotel because I don't trust my man around y'all, or because I don't trust y'all around my man, that's a totally different conversation. And I really wonder how her friends feel about it.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall when one of them called her and just okay, but what, like, is that really why you get us a hotel room? Because you don't trust him or because you don't trust us? Because clearly there's a trust issue there.
And she says, so her husband isn't tempted.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's giving
like I
you
said,
insecurities.
that's an insecurity, but she could still have, she could still believe, or trust him, but she just don't want the temptation around him. Because what did they say about temptation? Like,
right, but
hold into it, but
okay, yeah, I could see that, but I still say insecurities. Like, I feel like,
very much.
Do you not feel like? Do you feel like your friends are prettier to you? Do they have something that you don't have that you feel like your man is going to be drawn to? Like, what is it? Like, I remember I was in a beauty supply store, and if any of y'all have ever seen me or seen pictures of me full body, I'm not small. I'm thick, and I got a big butt, but like I got a big gut too. So, but anyways, I was in a beauty supply store, and this lady who was shaped almost like me, big butt, big hips, walked up to me, and she was like, girl, I just gotta stand in front of you for a second, because my husband finna walk out the store and he'll have a fit if he would have seen you, because he loves him a woman with a big ass. And I bust out laughing, and it's like I couldn't even be mad at the woman because she was just being honest. She was like, I just gotta stand here and make sure he don't see you, girl, because he'll have a whole fit if he seen you, because you just got a big old butt, and he love him a woman with a big butt. Like, so some women know what they man like. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I wasn't offended at all. The husband wasn't even paying me no attention. Like, I see him, but he didn't see me. He wasn't even paying me no attention. He thought she was over there looking at wigs with me. So he walked right out the store. It wasn't no issue. We both laughed it off, and she kept on going. But I wasn't offended at all. But that just goes to show, like, a lot of women, they know what they men are capable of. They know what they men like. They know how they men gonna react. Even though his reaction may not have been much, but just staring at me a bit too long, she knew that. You know what I'm saying? So
how do you feel about that? Are you comfortable with that?
With a man staring at me, or with my man staring at someone?
Your man, noticing a woman, he maybe look a little longer than, I guess, normal, or maybe a double take, not even a long look.
You get one chance to look, but you need to look while I ain't looking, because if I notice it, I'm gonna feel a type of way, because we out and about. Like, and you know what, I take that back, because I'm really,
I was about to say,
when I know I'm secure with my man, I'm really not jealous hearted. Like, I'm really not, but I don't want it to get to the point where I feel like it's disrespectful.
Yeah, I'm not talking about like a long look and he like, damn, maybe a little look, or a double take.
A man is gonna be a man, and at the end of the day, just because I'm dating a man, that don't make him my man. He ain't my property. Excuse me. So
it don't mean he blind either. I mean,
and that's right. Like I said, a man gonna be a man. If he sees something he like, he gonna look at it. Long as he know his boundaries and his limits, he know how far to go. I'm okay with a man looking. Just don't look to the point where I'm staring at you, or you don't notice me staring at you because you too busy looking at her. Like, just don't put me in that type of situation. That's all. Just don't put me in that type of situation, because then I feel like that's a bit disrespectful, and that's a bit embarrassing that we out together, but you too busy looking at somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And please don't let the girl be smaller than me, have a smaller waistline than me, or like, because then I'm gonna really feel ways. Even though I'm not insecure, but at the same time, I have my insecurities when it comes to myself.
We all do.
So,
she it could be a case of she knows her friends, or she's like, some things have been said in the group chat about fucking with somebody else's man, or maybe someone compliment. She may have that one friend or a friend or two that compliment him that tell her how good of a man she got.
Y'all like the show so far and looking forward to listening to more episodes from Coffee and Apple Juice, the podcast? Buy me a coffee. Click the link in my description to buy me a coffee. Basically, what you're doing is making a small donation to my platform so that I can keep my show going. Thank you guys so much for all of your support. Now let's get back to the show. That coffee. Okay. So
or it could have been him saying something too, but as a man, that's dangerous territory for you to tell your woman like certain things about her friends, like, oh, you got a good friend, she's just like, nah.
That dress looking, yeah. That's way dangerous territory. That's some shit you better keep to yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what are some boundaries that your spouse or your partner or whoever you're with at the time, what are some boundaries that they need to keep in mind when it comes to you and your friends? So like, for example, you know how it's like an unspoken agreement that the woman's supposed to go in the room when your guy friends come over.
No, definitely not.
It depends on what I have on.
If we stay together, and I'm having like a get together, like we entertain. Now, if it's just all guys, then I'm not gonna say you need to go in the room, but I'm saying, hey, some of the boys gonna be over. I don't necessarily expect my woman to sit around with us and, watch the game, drink with us, and do whatever we're doing. So, I mean, out of respect, then yeah, probably, let us
find something to do, find something else to do rather than
let us have a boy time. But you ain't no like possession that I gotta, go sit you in the room and you're supposed to sit there until I'm done with what I'm doing, because I mean, naturally I would do the same thing if she had the girls came over.
Mm-hmm.
I would go in the room, watch TV, take my PlayStation or something in there, and would I stay locked in the room? No, if I want something, I'm gonna come out, hey, speak to everybody, keep it moving. I'm not gonna, sit in there and entertain everybody and no. Mm-mm.
Right. So I was seeing this guy and I was at his house chilling, and when I came over there that day, I had on booty shorts and like a tube top shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So I was looking raunchy, right? And he unexpectedly had some guy friends come over. It was about 3 of them. They were coming over to smoke, they was in the area. And when they walked in, when they knocked on the door and when he went to the door, I immediately told him, hold on, let me go in the room. So when he's letting them in, I'm running in the room. Now they didn't really they got a glimpse of me, but not too much of a glimpse to where they could tell who I was or what I had on or whatever. And he got them situated, whatever. He came in there, he was like, why you going in the room? I was like, look at how I'm dressed, so I can understand that type of temptation, because I definitely don't want to have your friends looking at me the way you look at me. You see what I'm saying? So I did end up going in the room, but I went in the room, like put my shoes on. I was like, look, you got company, I'm gonna go ahead and leave. I was preparing to leave anyways. So I ended up leaving, but out of respect for him and just out of respect for myself, really, I went in the room and then I chose to leave. Not because I feel like I didn't need to be around him, but it's just like I just didn't feel comfortable with the outfit that I had on around a guy who I was talking to, friend. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I went. Now I'm sure they probably had something to say when I left, because of course you had to watch me walk out the door. But other than that, like I try not to put a lot of like my guy. I don't want to be to the point where I'm putting his guy friends in a situation where it could possibly cause some conflict. Because if you the type of man that I think you are, if your friends is looking at me a tad bit too long, that's gonna bother you. You know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, if I'm living with my partner and the guys come over, I need to either one, make sure that I'm appropriately dressed, sweatpants, t-shirt, or make sure that I'm busy, not in their face. If I got something I need to do, I'm gonna go ahead and head out and do it, rather than just sitting around in their face. Because a lot of times, a lot of people can't really control themselves. It doesn't matter who they're around. They can't control themselves. So the temptation really do be there, and then next thing you know, we done seen it plenty of times where the text messages start. Next thing you know, y'all creeping.
Yeah, a DM, a like turn into a couple likes, and next thing you remember
this? Do you remember the Instagram post where one of the players commented on Gabrielle Union's post, and Dwayne Wade took it there?
Yes, Jimmy Butler, I think.
Okay, so it could be something as simple as that. Jimmy Butler may not have meant nothing about it. Then again, he may have been everything about it. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
On the outside looking in from different points of views, I see a lot of insecurities with this situation. I see a lot of trust issues on both her and her man, as well as her and her friends. I also see generational trauma being passed down, because the real question is, would that still be the case had mama never instilled that in her?
Let's back up real quick. Okay. you said something about insecurity. So there was a group of us. We were all friends, but I was friend with this guy, his wife. The lady I was dating was friends with both of them. There was another couple that we was friends with. It was like a big group of us. Some was single, some wasn't. But one day I realized that me and this particular guy, well, my woman had posted something a couple hours earlier, and I saw that he had liked the picture. No big deal, right? But then it came to my attention that me and him wasn't friends on Instagram. Well, he wasn't following me, but he was following my lady and liking her pictures and stuff.
And he was originally her friend first?
No. Me and him, actually me and him worked together. That's how I kind of met him. And then I ended up, we ended up, having like mutual friends. His his wife became friends with my girlfriend at the time through one of our mutual friends.
Okay.
And so and he met her, that way through me.
Okay.
But I kind of felt some kind of way about that, like, because me, if let's say it was your man or whatever, I was friends with him, I would, even if I wasn't gonna like his picture and look at none of his shit like that, if I'm liking your shit, I'm gonna go ahead and friend him just because.
If you was to get a girlfriend, I wouldn't follow her.
I think that's different though.
Okay, better help me understand, because
our dynamic is different. Let's say your homegirl.
Okay.
You ended up being friends with him. Let's say you wasn't friends with her on IG.
My homegirl.
Yeah.
I'm not friends with her on Instagram.
Would you? Is there an instance or a case you would end up being friends with her man on IG?
The only way I would be friends with my friend's man on IG is if I knew him before her.
Right. So he didn't know her before.
Or unless, okay, so unless, yeah. That's probably the only. If I met him through her, I wouldn't be following him and not following her.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying, and not following her. So I would automatically feel obligated. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna follow both of them just to, not further, not to cause any drama.
So he met your girl through you.
Through me and mutual
through
friends.
His wife.
Yeah.
And he wasn't following you.
Nope.
I still don't see an issue, only because y'all don't really know each other like that.
Who don't know each other?
You and the guy didn't really know each other like that,
right?
We
knew each other. We worked in the same. Let's say
he knew you had an Instagram
area, in the same footprint. Yeah.
Why did that make you feel some type of way?
Me and him was in a group chat with another guy. Yeah.
So do you think he had malicious intent?
I don't know. It just don't look right. The optics don't look right. Does it look right to you?
I can understand what you're saying. I don't know. I don't follow everybody I know. Like, I got homegirls who I follow their boyfriends because I know they boyfriends. Like, we talk about years of friendship.
So there's a difference.
But I also got homegirls who got boyfriends who actually, I got one homegirl who about to be engaged, or who's engaged and about to be married, but I don't really know her dude like that. I feel like I may follow him because of whatever he may post with her in it. That's a strong may.
Do you follow her?
I follow her. I'm always follow her.
So there's a difference.
Okay.
How would you feel? How would you feel if, let's say,
one of my homegirls was following my dude, but wasn't following
me, and you noticed that she, is liking a lot of his pictures and stuff. I mean, it wasn't like anything that I approached him about, but I'm like,
it's something you noticed.
It don't sit right with me, but it's not enough for me to want to make a big deal, an issue about it. It might be something that you might want to
just monitor,
keep in the back of your mind, like, okay,
right.
let me see how things act. Let me see if some comments start coming. Let me see if when we're all together in a group, how much attention he paid to her, or for some little, extra shit going on.
Right.
So
would I feel some type of way if my homegirl was following my dude but wasn't following me? It depends on me and her relationship, how much of good friends we are, because it's levels to friends. You got them day ones that ain't going nowhere regardless of how much shit y'all talk, how much y'all fall out. You got that work friend who you done became really tight with, and then you got the homegirls you may chill with it now and again, or something like that. So it really just depends on what type of friend, which friend category she falls in.
Okay.
Now, in a nutshell, in all honesty, I might feel some type of way because, like, you met my dude through me. How you following him but not following me? But then it sounds like I care about you following me, like the social media aspect of it. I don't give a fuck about the follow, but I'm questioning why you want to keep up with him but not want to keep up with me. Like,
it looks funny.
So okay, so I can see how you may have felt some type of way, because now that I think about it, I may feel a certain type of way to the point where, okay, I might need to start monitoring this.
And then you might start looking at what type of pictures they liking. Is it a picture of us that they like it, or is it just a picture of
him by himself? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So I understand it.
It's a bunch of stuff that go into it. Are they commenting?
Right.
Are they doing?
Right. Yeah. But see, that's where I say, like, social media. I really want to say social media is probably where I feel like the boundaries need to be. Okay, y'all can follow each other on social media. But see, it don't really matter because they can get in contact with each other via social media. So whether you got his number or his Instagram, y'all can still contact one another. So I guess it really just depends on how much you trust your friends and how much you trust your partner. Excuse my voice, y'all. I think I'm coming down with something. I don't want to claim that, but my throat has been bothering me today. So if it sounds like it's scratchy, I do apologize. But yeah, I can definitely understand that. Now, I did ask you a question earlier and we never really got to the answer because I was so long-winded. But when it comes to the boundaries between you, your partner, and your friends, where exactly do you draw the line? Like, what is fair game and what is, okay, no, that's just doing too much?
So in a nutshell, I'll try to answer it as simple as I can. Anything once it gets out of the respectful category, then that's where I draw the line. Those are the boundaries. I mean, conversating and talking, that's cool.
My friends can't compliment my nigga. You could compliment him one time. After that, you're pushing it. I'm sorry.
Well, is that one time ever?
Just don't make it no habit of telling me how good my nigga look. Okay. Like, cause then I'm like, God damn, bitch, do you want him? Don't ask me how big his dick is. That ain't none of your business.
Oh yeah. Well, so it could be something as simple as, y'all, let's say y'all go bowling. Group of y'all go bowling. You come up, you and your friend hug. Your man come up, maybe they, hug, or she say, hey, you looking good, both of y'all looking good. That's innocent, right? Okay.
Because she complimented both of us.
Okay.
But now she say, damn, girl, well, you dig him up and he fine. You on thin ice with that one. Like, I just feel like a lot of, like, my friend girls have had some really nice looking guy boyfriends, and I just feel like it's just a level of respect. I don't want to even put that in the back of your mind that you may think that I would possibly look at your man like that. If I think your man fine, I'm gonna keep that shit in my head.
Okay, so the TV stuff is exaggerated then. It ain't no like, okay, girl, I see you, damn. They can't do nothing like that.
See, it depends on what come after that damn, or how deep is that damn. Like that, when it comes to females, their language can be read. It don't matter how they say it. We say everything a certain type of way. We say everything a certain type of way with certain meanings behind it. So she be like, okay, sis, I see you. That's one way. But if she like, damn, girl, look at him, that's another way. So it's like, it really just depends on what she's saying and how she's saying it, because there's certain ways that something can be said, and it may have me looking at you like, you better pipe that shit the fuck down, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it really just depends. Because I had homegirls say, okay, is she cute? Harmless.
Mm-hmm.
Harmless. But if you get with the, damn girl, look at him. You can let me hold him when you finish with him, something like that, then we got a problem. What that fine ass man of yours is? I'm looking at you side eyes.
Yeah, that's lovely, boy.
Okay,
So,
you know what I'm saying? So
as far as me, anything that's respectable. I don't necessarily see there for there to be a reason for them to like just be innocently texting each other. Hey, how you doing? Just checking on you. You know that stuff. No.
I don't see a need for that. If you're not planning a surprise birthday party or a getaway trip surprise. What kind of shoes you think I should get her, or what kind of trip? I really don't see a need for that.
Exactly. Because so I have friends, female friends, male friends, and some of these female friends, just like some of my male friends, I might one day, maybe we ain't talked in a week, 2 weeks, I might randomly text out the blue, hey, you crossed my mind, just checking on you, see how you're doing. You know, if she answers, I'm good, thanks for checking on me, how are you? And we conversate a little bit, that's that. If she goes to tell me, you know, she has a man, then I probably would never, you know, probably won't text her again, just out of respect.
Well, see, that's even though we're talking about females that you're like your woman and we're talking about friends. We're not talking about just somebody that you might have been friends with. We're talking about like your partner. There. I'm sorry. We keep talking at the same time.
No, I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
So I don't like I'll never need or see a need for one of my friends to text my woman like that, just out the blue. Hey, how you doing? Just checking up on you. You can check up on her through me. We can talk and you can say, hey, how's the family doing? How's such and such or whatever. Right. So far as in the extra, you know, conversation and communication, I don't see a need for that. If we're around each other in a group and they, you know, talk and hold a conversation, that's really fine. That's fine. A lot of this shit we see on TV, if she happened to go outside and, you know, do something, and he go outside and they have a conversation outside and I happen to peek through the blinds and I'm like, oh, what the hell's going on? You know, not saying I'm insecure or I might have an issue with it, but I think certain situations.
It's not really suspect, but it's just like, okay, that's okay.
It's certain situations you don't put yourself in, especially if you're a close friend or somebody, you know, like that. I don't think you should ever put yourself in a situation to where you're alone with somebody else, especially with a friend, right? With friends, significant other, lover, whoever else. Because not saying the temptation is there or something's gonna happen, but you don't never know what the fuck can happen, and then you don't never know what the other person is gonna think.
Right. Now let's
dealing with somebody that got cheated on in that circumstance, and they like, you know, that's a trigger for them.
They feel some type of way. Yeah. Okay. What's up, you guys? It's Aisha Hadiya. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to the Coffee and Apple Juice podcast. Make sure that you're right here with me every Wednesday, where I'll give you new episodes where we're discussing any and everything involving the culture. Also, check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.